few very short comments. So in Israel today, the government was somewhat more lenient, and we have permission to have minyanim in open space up to 19 people. I am quite worried, I must say this, and I think that our public servants and representatives that are fighting to get the minyanim back and opening the mikvahs again, I think that's a mistake. I think we must understand, when we execute social distancing, we're not doing it for them. We're not doing anyone a favor. We're doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for our children and our families. Or to be more exact, we're doing it for our parents and for the elderly people in our community. So there are some world leaders that say, let some old people die. We need to get the economy back on track. We need the money. So some old people will die. That's not the Torah approach. Old people to us are not the past, they're the future. Zikni Yisol Einei Hu'edo. Who are the old people that might perish in this terrible plague? Who are they? Your Rav, your Sheshiva, your Zayda, your Bobby? So look around, look at their faces. So which one of them are you willing to let go? Who? Who? And the ill amongst us that can live for many years and they will pay the price? I said many times, the reason we are in our homes, it's not because we're doing anyone a favor. That is what Chazal taught us in Baba Kama Daf Samach. Dever be'ir kaneis leglecho. And Chazal quote the pasuk in Yeshayahu. Leich ami boi b'chadorecho usgored lo secho ba'adecho. We're not doing anyone a favor. We don't need our politicians to fight for us. We should be able to open up and make this again. So all the quotas that I passed in are still relevant. So I cannot go against Masad Abriyut. So if we have permission to have minyanim in open space, let us have minyanim. But please, please take care. What I'm afraid of is, yes, every open space, every Gan Tziburi, we're going to have 90 people in Mizrach and 19 people in Marav and another one in Sofar and in Dorim, and in between another few minyanim, and people coming in and going out will schmooze, and the kids will be running around infecting one another. So in essence, we're better off than in Chutz La'aretz. But it's the same virus. And with the same people, it's the same biology. Just the Frum community in America lost almost 1,000 people. Hundreds of people in our communities in Europe. This morning I had 2 questions before davening. One was from France. There were 4 Levayas this morning in France, and there's no longer any space in the Jewish cemetery. So I was asked, would it be preferable to bury those Yidden in a Goyish cemetery, or to bury family members in the same cave, one on top of the other? That's what's going on in France. And I had another question this morning. A 35-year-old younger man that died in America from coronavirus, and his family and his soul asked some questions about Hilchos Avelis. So yes, we lost almost 1,000 people in America, hundreds in Europe. It could happen in Etzisol. The only reason we are in a better situation is only because of social distancing, because we implemented this way before they did. So if we're going to let our guard down, chas v'sholem, the positive trend we're seeing could be very easily reversed. So, ono mekem, be careful. See, you want to daven outside, do. But really take care. And I'm afraid, okay, so we're going to go into mikvahs again, 100 people together. So I know there are rules, but do we adhere to the rules? Do we have the power to see to it that those rules would be followed? I am very worried. So Hashem Yerachem, Hashem Yerachem. Please, please take care. things seem to be getting better, but it all depends on us. And if we don't distance ourselves one from the other, this trend could be dramatically reversed in a very short time. And chas v'sholem, we could have hundreds and thousands and many more chas v'sholem that might have their lives in jeopardy. So we need to adhere to the rules in the most diligent way. So I paskined, I am for merpeset minyanim. It has nothing to do with Sfaradim and Ashkenazim. In the present circumstances, b'shas adchak, it's a lechatchila. And when people see each other from different chatzeres, from merpesot, they are mitztaraf laminyan lakol dovish shebekdusha lakadosh lekedusha leberachas koyanim lekriyas atayt. And even though we could daven in open space, we should keep those minyanim going. As few people coming together is better. Regarding mikvahs, tishu kabin b'shas adchak is sufficient. If you stand under the shower for 5 minutes, it's as good as tefillas ezer, because this is a shas adchak, and it's like a choila. The tisha kabin is enough. So I made my measurements 5 minutes under the shower as tishu kabin. And b'shas adchak, that has a din of tefillah. So I'm not very happy about the kulas that we had today. So the mikvahs are going to be open again, and people will converge and come together for minyanim. And b'vayom u'b'tseisam, the young children and young bocharim will pat each other on the back and talk to each other, and people will shmooze. And chas v'sholem, Hashem yirachem, what the consequences might be. So Friday is already Rosh Chodesh Iyar, and Iyar is Oisias Ani Hashem Roifecha. So Iyar is a Chodesh of Refuah, Nisan is a Chodesh of Geula. So let us daven and hope and pray that Kodesh Baruch Yishlach Refuah Shalem ala kol hacholim. He should send tenchumim to all those wonderful families that lost their loved ones. He should be mechazik us all. V'kol habridim shekodesh Baruch Hu yatmid bri osam. All those that are well should stay well. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu should send us a geula shalema bebias Moshiach tzedkenu b'meheru v'yomeinu amen. And you should all have a gesunte zimmer. In our days, that bracha has a special meaning. A gesunte zimmer, a refuah shalema, v'geula karoiva b'meheru v'yomeinu amen.